3
Wait, how long did it
hours.
take Gordon to get you to 128 or 124 or whatever it was?
Weeks.
Oh, okay. You made it sound like you accomplished that in a day, and I'm like, and I kind of assumed we're gonna do that in a day, and I was like looking at the rate I was leveling up, and I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna happen tonight.
This character, Moe Moe Magikarp, I started this character last year. And then
Shit.
we played
I didn't know
for,
this
like,
game was out for so long, like the Saga version of Maple
months.
Story.
Yeah, it's been out for a while. Like,
Okay.
I started this character last winter,
Yeah.
and then we stopped playing for like a year, and then I just found this character again at level 112, I think, and then Gordon grinded me like this past couple weeks to 128.
Man, my life here is like a harem, but I'm starting to realize that I think I prefer like a good even split of like girls and guys. I think I prefer
Really?
that. Like right now it's like my program is literally 99% female, but like my campus is like 70% female. And like I don't know, there's just like I feel like I'm experiencing more cattiness in my everyday social interactions than usual. There's just like more
Really?
gossip and like
Yes?
cattiness. What?
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 What counts as like cattiness?
Like
In your program?
not in my program, like just in general.
Becky, look
Like-
at her butt.
Yeah, like just like it I don't know, it's like partly it's the topics that they tend to talk about. Wait. I don't know, it's like the topics we talk about. Like there tends to be a lot more talk, like gossip type talk. And like more about like,
I
oh, what
heard this
happened?
person-
Yeah, I heard this person say this or that, or like I heard this person did this or that, or like, and like people are keeping track of each other because like we're like pretty tight within res, so like everyone kind of knows what, like, what's going on at night, or like what goes on like at the because like there's really only one campus bar, and it's like right outside res, so like every Thursday night there's like it's called like a K-Lead night, and everyone like goes, and like there's always like drama, and like people are always talking about the drama. Like people, it's just drama. There's just like a lot more drama, a lot more gossip. There's less talk about like ideas, less talk about like I don't know, things with substance, and just a lot more talk about shit that I've literally zero interest in. And there's a lot more like there's like I don't know. There's like a competitive feeling amongst the girls, I feel. Maybe it's because there's so little guys on this campus that they're like trying to like I don't know, like out virtue signal each other. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but like I feel like when the population's like 50% female and 50% guys, it's just like it's like a good balance. Like when I can like girls are nice for like I don't know, I get like a lot of emotional support from them a lot of times. They're just like nice cuddly creatures, you know? But like when I want to hang, I usually just want to hang with dudes. Like I want like boys night out, you know? I want the man cave. I want to be with the bros. I want to crack a cold one with the boys. I don't know. But I guess you're the opposite of
mostly guys.
yeah I was gonna say that you're the opposite of my
All we talk
situation.
about is- all we talk about is school.
How much you wish there were girls? Wait, all you talk about is what? Wait, I can't hear you.
Off school or like not even sports, like jobs and stuff. It's like real world stuff.
Yeah, I
And
see.
it's just like I'm not good at any of that, and I'm not gonna. It's hard to maneuver the conversation to make them not feel like I'm stupid.
Damn.
I feel all the time.
They only talk about that shit?
Like it is, yeah.
Oh, thanks for the pots. So I guess when it's like all guys, it's just about work and productiveness
That's how,
and
well, like
school.
everyone's about work, man.
And then when it's all girls, it's just relationships, gossip, drama. And when you have like half and half, I guess that's where the magic happens. That's where it's like a nice balance. Maybe it has to do with
Interesting
like,
to hear from your perspective.
yeah, maybe it has to do with like if you're sick of one kind of talk conversation, you can go to like the other group. Like the other group is available. There's just enough of a gender that you can you can seek out the other kind of conversation.
Actually, it's probably by the program because I feel like the girls in my class
That
don't
as
really
well,
talk
yeah.
about work as well.
Okay, yeah, it's probably program as well. But like that kind of, I guess it ties into that probably the fact that it's the program probably also ties in a bit to sex differences. I don't know, because there it's not like the schools forced the programs to be 90%, like 90% female in my case and 90% male in your case. It's just that females and males naturally went for those classes in the first, right? So like, I guess they're intimately tied together, and it's hard to tease out what's what. Is it completely the program or the sex or like some sort of mix? Hard to say.
You leveling at a decent speed? Do you feel like you're leveling quickly?
I don't know. I'm not paying attention to the level anymore. I'm just moving my fingers like a robot, and I'm just focusing on the conversation. But yeah, one of the things I miss the most is like our conversations with substance. I feel like I haven't had a decent conversation in like a couple months. Like I have like one good conversation every like couple months. It's ah, I need my
Come on, brother.
brothers.
We
I
are
need my monks in arms. But like when I can find a girl that I enjoy talking with, then it's like, then I know she bae. There's a couple of them. It's just the number of unpleasant conversations vastly dominate over.
Vastly outweighs the
Yeah,
the
completely
pleasant
just
conversations.
yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, the ratio is just fucked. It's like when you have like infinity on the denominator, but then the number of good conversations a finite number. Feels bad. Goes to zero very quickly. Still remember my first year calculus, or grade 12 calc, I
First
guess.
year calculus. Oh man, I'm glad. Dude,
Such a
calculus was
distant memory
so
for
hard.
you.
I don't
First year calc?
I don't know how many. No, first year calc haunts me every term, man, because we use
Is
the
it
same stuff every term. I think
harder than third year
this
calc?
term, this term and last term are the only terms I haven't done calculus.
But you like advanced calculus better than first year calculus?
No. I mean, okay, I like calculus, but it's just really hard.
Yeah, I
I'm not
feel
good at
that. I feel that. I feel that. I'm not good at it, but like
it. Hard.
when I was like learning about it and like learning about how it was applied, and like it was so relevant to like every single science, and basically when it was discovered, it basically
Dude,
like pushed forward everything in science. Like I think the beauty of
when
it
you're
was
learning like first difference or first principle, and you're like, wait, how does this work? This is magic.
yeah, man. Like how do people come up with this shit? Like the concept of like trigonometry, like the concept of a function called sine and cosine and tangent, and like the concept of something called an integral and a differential. Like it's so weird to me. Like how do people come up with this shit? And like the most
Sine,
revolutionary thing
tangent,
is like,
cosine are from like it's like a circle, right?
yeah, but
It's
like,
comparing a circle with like a triangle.
yeah, but like, how did they come up with that shit? Like,
Smart, some
like,
smart cookie sat and thought for a long time.
like the fucking caveman that came up with like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division was already pretty ingenious. But then to find like a completely different kind of operation,
That's nuts.
that's pretty next level. The most nuts is whoever invented like quantification, like a number system at all. Like before we had no way of counting it. We can just we just look at a group of objects and then we're just like, yeah, this group is bigger than the other one. But then they're actually able to like count. And like there's no reason we chose like a counting system that goes up to 10. It could have been like a system that went up to 8 or like 12 or like anything else. But it was 10.
That is 10 because we have 10 fingers.
Oh,
And
maybe.
10 appendages.
That would make sense. But yeah, the fact that like, I don't know, like 10 feels so intuitive to us, but like binary or like whatever you call the other shits, like they should feel like in concept they should feel like, or like in principle they should feel like equally familiar, right? It's just like it's arbitrary where you go back to 0.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't. Like it's a mind fuck
from,
when you switch off from the 10 system. What?
Do you learn that from Mr. Waters? Remember he tried to teach us basics.
Oh yeah, he taught us binary in grade 6. But honestly, I don't even fucking remember how to do binary. Like if he gave me binary right now, I wouldn't be able to read it. But I'm pretty sure I could learn it in like 5 minutes if I took the time. But like, I can't read binary at the moment. Yeah, it's not like hard.
Binary is the most intuitive for robots.
Yeah.
Like it's just on and off. So like for robots, it's the most intuitive.
Oh yeah, why?
I think the other one's like hexadecimal. I forget why that.
Yeah, the other one is the.
It's easy.
Was it 8 or 16?
I think it's.
It was 8,
16.
right? Wait, no, 16, right? Yeah. I don't know. My dad was a computer engineer. Why is that? That you go from 2 to 16 easily?
Hmm?
Why is it that you go from a 2 to 16 easily?
It has to do with like converting between that and binary, I think. I forget why. I'm not a programmer. I forget all of that stuff. I feel like after every term, I just like forget everything from the previous term.
Yeah, I feel that.
Dude, okay,
like I have to.
We have this course where we had to use these charts.
Yeah.
And then our prof was like, yeah, you don't have to, like, this is only going to be on the midterm. Like, after midterm, you guys aren't going to be tested on this. So then I was like, okay, great. We had to
great, out of the ramp. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he said we wouldn't have to use this anymore.
Oh my goodness, I feel that. When I was... Yeah?
It was only 2 weeks ago.
No, honestly, I feel that so hard. Like, I go back sometimes and I look at, like, a midterm I wrote and I'm like, how did I know all the answers? Like, I don't know this shit anymore. But, like, I felt that most strongly, because in 4th... Yeah?
Clear the cache.
What were you saying?
Delete browsing history.
Honestly, that's what it is.
Right.
Like, in 4th year, we're learning... in biochem, we're learning, like, mass spectrometry, so you have to, like, learn to read these... It was like you basically have to learn to read these graphs and like what all the peaks and shit mean, and like it's all done by like machines now, and like they do like calculus on it to fucking figure out like what the protein sequences are, what the chemical is that we're analyzing. But like the prof is like this old dude, so he wanted us to learn it from first principles. Like he's like the Mr. Mitchell of biochem. He was like this French dude. He was like this like old French dude, and he sweats so much from his armpits. Like every time he raises his arm to write on the chalkboard, it's like 2 giant sweaty pools, and it was fucking disgusting. Oh, no. I don't know. He must know though. He must know that his pits are fucking sweaty as hell. But like, it's so hard. He just doesn't give a shit. Just dirty Frenchman, man.
If I was like that, I wouldn't give a shit. Like after some point, I'd be like self-conscious at first, but after some point,
yeah, he probably learned. It's just so like it was just massive. Like the whole underside of his arm, like all the way to like halfway down his rib cage, like and it looks so wet, like hella wet. And like I think I was the first one in my class to notice, and when I pointed it out to like everyone else in class, like everyone couldn't unsee it. But he made us learn these graphs, and like I knew, like after I wrote that exam, like on exam we have to like figure out all these mass spec graphs like in real time, and like figure out the sequences of a bunch of different proteins. And but I'm like, yo, after this class, I'm never gonna have to do this. We have like machines to do this for us. And then when I was in grad school, he taught another course. I didn't know I was gonna be in grad school at the time, and we had to do that all over again. And I realized how little I remember nothing. I didn't remember any of it. I had to relearn that whole thing. Like things,
Well, then
like
night
when you have
before
when
the
you
exam.
what? Yeah, out
Well,
of
the
out of
night
the ramp.
before the exam.
Yeah.
That's the mentality, man. I don't know how to do it, but I will.
Yeah, exactly. Just adopt that
The night
mindset,
before the exam.
man. But it's crazy, like how, like if the moment your brain decides something is not important, it's out of there. It's gone. Your brain is
Out of
so good
there,
at
yeah.
filtering out bullshit. But the same applies to what your brain decides is important.
It's true.
Like like a lot of times when I meet new people, like I do the whole thing. Oh, hey, my name's Tim. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Blah blah. Blah. And then like literally, like halfway through that exchange, I forget their name and I never remember it. But like
I'm
if
like
you
that
told
too.
me, if you told me like right before that exchange, that conversation, that if I remembered his name like the next day, that I would get $1 million, I'll remember the fuck out of that name. I will never forget that name for the rest of my life. Like the moment your brain decides something is useful, it'll hold on to that for eternity. And the moment your brain
Forget your
decides it's
own name.
useless, out of the RAM. Yeah.
Just forget your own name. Remember that guy's name.
Yeah. Honestly.